Now you only get 4.
Now you only get 6 or 4. The price still the same, but the measurement's not.
Think about the 25-cent cake we used to get growing up.
Chips.
The cake is this big. Now the cake's small as a motherfucker.
The honey buns.
Very full of air.
Exactly.
Did Jake kill his pops because he ate his honeycomb? I mean, not honeycombs, the honey bun.
It's honey bun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did hear about some weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, them honey buns got kiwis on it.
I think it's the glaze.
The honey and the bread, though. That's Jake. You know, Jake loves that honey and bread. Man. Sweet bread.
That's the glaze. That's that other shit they put in it. To put the demons on you. GMOs and shit.
It's in the chicken.
That's why we always talk about GMO babies. Yep.
This was scant. It don't say a lot. It just says scantness. It's one in the Hebrew. It says scantness of measure, leanness, wasting.
Yeah, leanness. Wasting is something like, not wasting like throwing stuff away, but like wasting away of a disease or something.
I think it says wasting disease in there, no?
Okay. So like, you know how a disease will break a person down?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happening to the economy. It's eroding because it has a disease of usury on it. Interest. You know, so it's eroding. That's why they want to bring in a new system.
Now, it made me think about the time of Joseph with the 7 fat kind, the 7 lean kind.
Bro, you don't think these devils know about that?
They study that diligently. It's like a degenerate disease. Yeah, like America's degenerating. We would have healed Babylon, but Babylon is not healed. And no matter how much QE, quantitative easing, no matter, even if you change, they're going to actually change the whole financial system. They're going to bring everything digital, and that's going to be, you know, the saving grace to bring America back as the hegemony of the earth. And that's not going to even work.
Hey, Robert F. Kennedy, because this thing is about health. Make America healthy again. But then that demon come with the digital or wearable. You see what I'm saying?
But that's how they see.
That's the Trojan horse.
Thank you. You know, like that's how they deceive people. Because they'll throw you something, they'll throw you a bone, but then that bone comes with attachments and additives. You know? Preservatives.
When the commercial come on late night, if you suffer from back pain, take this, but the bottom.
You took this.
And you took this pill or took this type of medicine, you how they say it, you're entitled.
You might be subject to payments.
And then you read that little fine print at the bottom of the screen, all fucked up, all jacked up.
It'll take away your sinus problems, but you may bleed internally. If you wake up and you walk into the bathroom and your leg stays in one place and the rest of them go forward, that's a part of the side effect. And people still take that shit.
He'll read that part fast as hell. He read that part, so he like, damn. Okay.
Then on top of that, when you watch the commercial ain't got nothing to do with the damn pill.
No,
it ain't got nothing to do with the medicine.
Jogging at the park and shit. You at the beach and shit, drinking you know?
We're not speaking any medical advice. We just, you know,
We're just sharing information.
That's it.
This is
because you know how Esau do it. Stone Cold Stun on your head.
Yep. This is the word scant from the Antimon online. It says short.
Yep, it means short.
Or insufficient in quality. Quantity.
I mean, I don't know. It just came to mind. Short money. You know, like it's making it less because the more dollars you put in the system, the less power the original amount has. It's like a soup. You can have the best soup in the world. I mean, carrots, you know, peas, and all kind of good celery. You know, big nice chunks of lamb, potatoes. I mean, it's banging. But then you keep serving it, and then you start running out, so you add water. And at first, you know, it still tastes good. It don't taste as good as the first one, but when you keep serving, then you got to put more water. Before you know it, all you got is water in it.
That's starting down,
watered down. Yeah. And that's why you see the rising prices. Inflation is not rising prices. Inflation is a symptom of the devaluing of money.
Yeah, because there's too much of the commodity in circulation.
Yeah.
What makes it less valuable. Right. Well, that's why gold is valued, because there's not a lot of gold.
Right.
And most people don't have access to actually have the equipment to go get the gold as well. Right. And process it. It takes a lot.
Yeah.
So gold is very precious, and it's a high, and it costs a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's only a little with a quality of it.
Yeah.
It's only so much, a little amount.
Yeah.
It's not a large. There's a scarcity. Yeah. The American dollar is abundant.
Yeah.
So now your buying power has waned, which would make what prices seem as they went up. They didn't go up. Your dollar went down.
That's it.
Your buying power went down. Your money has been diluted.
And polluted.
Yep, diluted. It's been shortened.
Well, that's why it says about the rust shall be a witness against you in James the 5th chapter. I'm just trying to find this one. Just bear with me 1 second, but y'all got it.
Can I read this in the NLT?
Yeah. Bring it out, bro.
That is Micah 6:10 in the NLT. What shall I say about the homes of the wicked, filled with treasures gained by cheating?
Woo!
What about the disgusting practice of measuring out grain with dishonest measures?
They shortened. Like somebody shorted you, like they supposed to pay you, right? Like your check was shortened. Right. What the fuck is wrong? I'm supposed to make this amount of money, and you only gave me this. You're mad. You're upset. But what if they just little by little just been shortened? You don't even really, you don't even take that in consideration. You don't remember until it's too late. You're like, damn, I'm supposed to get. They shorted me $10,000 this year.
Yeah.
You know?
You thought you got paid in diamonds and it was glass.
Yeah, because you know, in your check, you got Social Security taking some out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got 401k, you went to that, it's taking some out. Yeah. And then you got the medical bill, the health care, all this being taken out, but it's a little.
Church shop, you got to store in that basket.
Yeah.
And they say you're going, whatever you put, the Lord's going to blow on it. You're going to put it into a bag of holes.
Bag of holes.
By the time you get home, them shekels gone.
Then look, you get your check like, that hoe already gone. Because you already add what you need to pay, it's like, it's gone.
Your check is already spent before you even get it. Yep, but I got a quick one to back you up about the gold not being a whole lot. 2 Ezra 8:2, I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made.
You got a clay, ground, your average everyday ground, that's a lot of it, much. So that's why it's not really expensive. It's not expensive to buy dirt.
Right.
But you can literally go anywhere on the earth and just get some dirt for free.
But they charge you for dirt.
Yeah, they ain't gonna charge you though.
We charge you for air, we charge your ass for everything.
Yeah.
It says, but little dust that gold cometh of, even so is the course of this present world.
Yeah, so the gold in comparison to the clay, the earth, the ground, and then gold, if you were to put those two commodities side by side, gold is just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a small resource.
Yeah.
Which will make that small resource more precious,
more valuable.
But if you had a whole bunch of gold out there, then it wouldn't be a valuable commodity.
You got so much of it.
Because there's so much of it. Everybody got it.
Yeah.
Like you can just go go outside and pick it up. Yeah.
When the kingdom is established, it's gonna be plenty of gold.
I was just thinking about that, boy. The streets gonna be paved with gold.
There's gold on the earth itself that we don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
And when the Lord tap into that, and then how much more in other planets.
Yeah.
But let me get this. But Bakashah, it must be
got it,
right.
Apostle.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 17. For brass I will bring gold.
Woo!
See, for the amount of brass you're getting out, the Lord said he's going to bring gold.
Heaven is gold.
Yep. And for iron I will bring silver.
Yeah.
And for wood brass, and for stones iron. So the Lord said he's going to beautify the feet of his glory or something like that. I forget exactly how it's worded. And that's because the earth is going to be rejuvenated, refreshed, but it's not going to be like this. Everything's gonna be made out of gold, precious stones, the smells.
Yeah.
Which your man put me on, bro. He hooked me up. Got me some jasmine oil, essential oil. Hey, that stuff.
It's in that same chapter. It's in that same chapter. Yep.
Okay, what verse?
Verse 13. I'll read it for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 60 and 13. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee.
And that's all the trees.
Yeah, Lebanon knows the trees.
Yep.
Trees, brother. Beautiful trees.
Yep.
Because trees, you know, are not only beautiful, but they're necessary.
Yeah. For
to
wood.
stay life. Yeah.
Building.
There's a purpose. There's a purpose to why a tree is there.
Yep.
And
You got many purposes. Many purposes.
And in the kingdom of heaven, all the purpose is going to be unlocked.
Yep.
And why we under that's why the Most High will have trees, and we should, you know.
It's certain trees you're not supposed to cut down. I remember Elder Yashawamba going into the fir trees, the evergreen fruit trees. Oh, fruit trees.
Like if you go to war
with
a nation and you want to use battlements, you said don't cut the trees down that bear fruit.
Okay.
That's going to be your food in the seed.
Okay.
But cut down the trees that are not, because that's what you use to build.
Okay.
So fruit trees are for fruit. And these particular trees, like cedar and
oak.
that oak, right? Those maples, those are all set up for building.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Go ahead now.
Order.
Going back to Genesis,
The foundations of the earth.
he saw it was good.
So everything is perfect, but Esau had to he had to tamper with it. It wasn't good enough. So when he tampered with it, he fucked it up. It's just like you had the top, what's the word I'm looking for? The top, not mixed, but the top formula.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect. The amount, you know, quarter of this and half of this, and everything is perfect. And you come in there, you throw a couple of drops of something else and fuck the whole thing up.
A little leaven leavens the whole lump. Put a little leaven in that lump. Yeah, you fucked it all the way up. You know?
Just a
little. A scant. A scant.
Short.
Yeah. You know, just a little measure. A so-called, what you would think an insignificant amount. That fucked up everything.
Well, look at the economy.
That's it.
You know, they put out that fiat currency, let it be, right? And that fiat currency done fucked everything up. But that dough is rising on everything. And fucking everybody up. It got motherfuckers obese, fucked up, holding their side and shit. You know, that's how the world is dealing with the economy. They fucked up. They like, you know, like now we can't do this. We can't do this no more. We gotta change our diet.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new. They're gonna be deceived into going into this new system.
Yeah.
Thinking that that's gonna be the saving grace. That's gonna be the salvation. But that's actually even more chains and bonds upon you.
Yeah. The majority of the people of the world are nothing but zombies.
Yeah.
And they're going to go, that's why I said that you deceive them that receive the MOTB. Most people are going to be deceived, but there's going to come a point where they're going to make it mandatory, and that's when the elect, some of them are going to be touched, you know, and put to death to glorify Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh. You know? But the most people in the world don't need much convincing. All they need is just, you know, a place to stay, some food, clothes on their back, and a job.
And
Entertainment. They're good. Like you see these, you know, doubles, you know, when they go to different places, you know, they out there eating.
Yeah.
I mean, you see people eating fucking that nasty. Even when if you go to the movies, the fucking tortilla chips with the nacho cheese. That shit ain't even real shit. I'm looking at it, I say, if only these people knew what the fuck they were.
Chemically, it tastes good though.
Yeah. Because the brain got used to that.
You wanted me to finish this, beautify the place of the sanctuary?
Yes, sir.
All right, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary.
So the Lord's earth is going to be beautified.
Yep.
Earth is my footstool, right?
Footstool.
That's what he said.
That's it.
So they're going to beautify everything. So just imagine walking down the street, perfect temperature, nice cool breeze. And every time you walk and smell, every time you inhale, it's a pleasant smell. Whether you're walking by jasmine, right, or lavender, or orchids, or roses,
or orange tree.
Orange tree.
Because the orange tree has a lot of the essential oils in the orange.
Yeah.
You supposed to smell that. You walk by an orange tree, you supposed to be like, you get
lemons,
all all the citrus. You know.
I remember back in the days you could smell it, and actually when oranges are real,
Yeah.
And it tastes good. Every time you bit an orange, it was sweet. Woo. Now that shit tastes like hell.
Yeah, most of these oranges don't even have seeds in it.
No. They look all crazy, like the way they set up. They look retarded.
Yeah.
When you open them up, it's kind of all kind of crazy looking shit.
You saw him mess with that with the paprika.
The blood of the grape.
Yeah, the blood of the grape.
He fucked
And
that up.
how I remember I used to bring this out a lot. We used to take 2 men to carry 1 cluster of grapes.
One.
And now we pick a cluster of grapes up like this.
A baby can hold it in there.
Baby popping grapes and shit. Gotta grab a whole cluster and run off.
Yeah. Man, we in hell, bro.
So that means that 1 grape had to be like the size of a watermelon.
Woo!
No?
Size of a Moabite head.
God damn. Big and round.
You gotta look at how our statue was back then.
Oh,
Yeah.
How big it was.
Because you gotta imagine now we grab a grape. So imagine back then you was bigger, so you grabbing a big ass grape.
Oh man.
Probably 2 bites.
Imagine a raisin. Which is
So
nothing but a
grape,
dry grape.
yeah.
You get a big ass raisin, you know? You eat 1 raisin and shit, you be good for the whole day.
Oh,
And then you get all the medicinal properties as well.
all the nutrients, that's why food don't restaurate you the way it's supposed to. Restore.
You be like, God damn, I'm tired of doing that. Yeah, restaurant. Restaurante.
Sleepy runs. Eat ready to go to sleep.
Yeah,
No, back in Michael 6 in the NOT. Michael 6 and 11 in the NOT. How can I tolerate your merchants who use dishonest scales and weights? The rich among you have become wealthy.
Hey, dishonest scales and weights. Speaking of the food, they take the seeds out. You know, you got GMO. That's dishonest. You're not giving me the real thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You got a nerve to have a fucking fresh market and a whole food market.
Or if you give me the real thing, you're gonna charge me more for the real
That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
Yeah, and he's so
Say
fucking.
it's organic.
Yeah.
That's what they slap on there, organic.
Yeah, everything organic.
Well, they do. Yeah, they do that. they give me these unjust weights and these different fruits and shit.
Yep.
To where you can't even get the seed and grow the seed
And
again.
grow it yourself.
Grow it yourself.
Yep.
So it's like a Terminator seed.
Yeah.
It'll grow once, and then that's it. So you gotta always come back to them for that product.
Yeah.
It's a big plotting scheme by the devil, man.
That's what they use, the Terminator seeds.
Yep.
I got some real quick. This Ecclesiastes 27:3. As the nail sticketh fast between the joining of the stones, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling.
Woo!
You know? So that's why you have the scant measure. So when you practice that way, you're basically ripping people off. Like you go somewhere and you buy something and you say, I feel like I've been ripped off. Because you don't get the value. But then you go somewhere else and you get something that you think is of value and you don't pay as much, you feel like you got to kill.
Don't let the purple and gold guys hear that.
Oh Lord.
See, we told you, buying and selling is sin.
No, I think they use that.
I know it.
Anything with the word sin and buying, yeah. That's it, brother. It's sin in all its forms.
Back in Micah 6 and 12 in the NOT, the rich among you have become wealthy through extortion and violence.
Yeah, but that's the prophecy, because when you go into Deuteronomy 28, the Lord said that. He said that how we're going to become the tail, and they're going to become the head. And we seeing it play out.
Yeah, they will lend to us,
but we were going what? We cannot lend to them.
Yeah.
That's part of the curse.
And that's how the wicked elite started with the Rothschilds. That's how they got rich.
There you
through
go.
Money lending.
Yeah.
And using deceitful measures.
Yep.
What's that, James 5?
Yeah, James the 5th chapter.
Yeah.
Your gold is moth-eaten, cankered. You have heaped unto yourself riches for the last days. But and that's beautiful too, because the actual riches that they have hoarded and have somewhere in these underground vaults and bunkers, it's all gonna be transferred right to the elect. We ain't gonna have to go out and find it. It's gonna be right there. It's gonna be right there. Water.
Yeah. Thank you for holding it.
you have like tales about the Bermuda Triangle, how people can't get in there when they go in there, they disappear.
Yep.
So we believe that the Lord pretty much got, gold and silver in those areas and some other places. Yeah, in the ocean where ships with gold on it sunk. So all that stuff is coming out.
Yep.
And guess who's gonna go get it? The nations.
Yeah, they gonna get
It said your gates are gonna be open day and night so that the nations can bring their forces.
And we gonna have Japan, deep sea dive.
Oh yeah.
Go down and grab that shit, man. The men of the seas.
Aquaman.
Yeah. It said your citizens are so used to lying that their tongues can no longer tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was born. He can't help it. Like, Esau was born that way.
Yeah. That's all they know.
We going to the prophecy, Revelation 20. He said,